Can we go back to North Korea, Mr.
Please.
President? You talk about failures of the past administration with the policy towards North Korea. Again, how can you say your policy is more successful given that North Korea has apparently tested a nuclear weapon? And also, if you would mind, what is the red line for North Korea given what has happened over the past few months?
Yeah. My point was bilateral negotiations didn't work. You know, I appreciate the efforts of previous administrations. It just didn't work. And therefore, I thought it was important to change how we approach the problem so that we could solve it diplomatically. And I firmly believe that with North Korea and with Iran, that it is best to deal with these regimes with more than one voice. Because I understand how it works. What ends up happening is that we say to a country such as North Korea, here's a reasonable way forward. They try to extract more at the negotiating table, or they've got a different objective. And then they go and say, wait a minute, the United States is being unreasonable. They make a threat. They could, they say the world is about to fall apart because of the United States' problem. And all of a sudden, we become the issue. But the United States' message to North Korea and Iran and the people in both countries is that we want to solve issues peacefully. We say there's a better way forward for you. Here's a chance, for example, to help your country economically. And all you got to do is verifiably show that you're, in Iran's case, that you've suspended your weapons program, and in North Korea's case, that you've got international safeguards on your program, which they agreed to, by the way. And so my point is that to the American people, I say, look, we want to solve this diplomatically. It's important for the President to say to the American people, diplomacy was what is our first choice. And that I've now outlined a strategy. And I think it is a hopeful sign that China is now an integral partner in helping North Korea understand that it's just not the United States speaking to them. And it's an important sign to North Korea that South Korea, a country which obviously is deeply concerned about North Korean activities, South Korea is a partner. And that if North Korea decides that they don't like what's being said, they're not just stiff in the United States. I don't know if that's a diplomatic word or not. But they're sending a message to countries in the neighborhood that they really don't care what other countries think, which leads to further isolation. And when we get a UN Security Council resolution, will help us deal with issues like proliferation and his ability, he being Kim Jong-il's ability to attract money to continue to develop his programs.
What about the red line, sir?
Well, the world has made it clear that these tests caused us to come together and work in the United Nations to send us a clear message to the North Korean regime. We're bound up together with a common strategy to solve this issue peacefully through diplomatic means. Kevin.